네, 베스트셀러 영혼의 만들기의 저자 류상효 의사 선생님과 함께 이야기를 나누고 있습니다. Okay, now let's go into some what you wrote on the book because I think one of the most important thing is the fact that you say it is very possible to acquire a new language after the age of 30. 네, 30살이 넘어도 영어를 배울 수 있다. 사실 우리가 보편적으로 생각하기는 언어는 어렸을 때 배워야 된다. 어른이 된다면 뇌가 굳어서 그런 게 되지 않는다. 이런 얘기를 많이 들어왔잖아요. What's your opinion on that?
It's hard, but it's possible. The reason is that in our brain, a brain is consists of lots of neuronal network. It's like when you log into the internet,
Yes.
it's wired all across the world. Likewise, our brain cells are connected to each other in numerous ways. But how can we reinforce or how can we reform or how can we form neuronal network? We have to use it. So when you were a child, you can take lots of information as they are.
Yeah.
But as we get older, when we take some kind of information, we tend to analyze it on our own way.
네.
So that's why it's hard to take the new information as it is.
그러니까 어렸을 때는 뇌가 순진해서 주어진 정보들을 있는 그대로 받아들이는데 나이가 들고 이제 어른이 되면서 우리가 받아들이는 정보를 있는 그대로 소화하지 않고 나름대로 분석하고 뭐 이렇게 하면서 그 정보가 본연의 그 뜻을 잃어버리는 경우들이 많죠.
That's right. One day, I was trying to solve some kind of a mathematic question, and I did wrong. For instance, 1 plus 1 equals, I calculated 1 plus 1 equals 3. I kept doing them for several minutes. And then I was really frustrated because I thought I solved it right, but the answer says not the one that I solved. So I read the kind of a solving explanation, and I realized that what I was wrong with. So that explains that sometimes when what you know might be wrong. So that's the concept that makes you start. You can accept things as they are.
Okay.
So it's a little bit tricky, a little bit hard to understand. Anyway, language should be accepted as it is. So the one way to accept it this way is that when you read books or when you read a sentence or watch movies, try not to read it direct translation or some kind of a Korean translation. Try to take it as it is.
네. 생각해보면 왜 어린 아기들이 언어를 배울 때 사실 그런 생각을 안 하고 그냥 들리는 소리만 이렇게 막 흡수하다가 그러다가 말문이 트이게 되는 거잖아요. 그런데 어른들은 자꾸 뭔가 공식에 맞춰서 그것을 배우려고 하고 그래서 더 문제가 되는 것이 아닌가 저도 개인적으로 그런 생각을 많이 해요. 그래서 영화 같은 걸 볼 때도 자막 없이 있는 그대로 그 소리를 한번 그냥 있는 그대로 들어봐라. 이런 팁을 전해주셨습니다. How old were you when you first started, I don't know, to learn more deeply?
32. Many people...
32?
Yeah, 32.
32, that's after college.
Yes, after college. And many people might say, well, you're a doctor, you're the brainy, you're a genius. But like I wrote on my book, I failed 5 times college entrance examination. And my IQ is 109, and also my high school kids, not many of them still don't know that I'm become a doctor. And
so your friends in high school don't know that you're a doctor?
No, they don't know that.
So you're trying to say that you were not the smartest kid in school?
Yeah. No, I was kind of a troublesome kind of student in my class, like the black sheep of my family, black sheep of the class. But this IQ or some kind of SAT score doesn't matter because it changes over time, continuously. So that's why it's possible to pick up some other languages like not like mother tongue, but as a second language.
So you're saying that our brain and our ability to study, our smartness can improve?
That's right. It's scientifically proven that our brain cell, the most important part of memorizing is hippocampus, because hippocampus is like shapes like a seahorse. So hippocampus is a Latin derivative word, but that part is responsible for memory and experiencing. In that part, stem cells are continuously growing regardless of our age. So when you keep learning, when you use fire, when you use your brain cells gets wired, and then you can develop your language skill.
아, 그러니까 뇌 안에 그 해마 부분이 해마처럼 생겨서 해마군요.
예, 맞습니다.
네, 저는 왜 해마지 이렇게 생각했는데 그 안에 줄기세포가 있어서 줄기세포라는 게 있다는 것은 계속해서 새로운 세포가 만들어질 수 있다는 얘기잖아요.
네.
그래서 이 뇌는 지속적으로 발전을 할 수가 있다. 더 나아질 수가 있다. 이런 이야기를 해주셨습니다. That's very interesting and it's very encouraging. So you think that people can actually be smarter?
Yeah, that's right. Like your muscle, your body. When you work out on a regular basis in a gym, you can develop your six pack abs and then biceps and things like that. You can get in shape. Just trying to put some lots of efforts into that. Likewise, your brain can change. Actually, MRIs can shows that when you use your brain, when you learn something new, your brain actually changes.
네, 그러니까 실제로 과학적으로 우리 뇌가 이렇게 발전할 수 있다는 것이 증명이 됐다고 하니까 조금은 희망적인 소식이 아닐까 생각합니다. Because I thought the brain just remains as it is, and then it just starts to, I don't know, get old. Because there are so many diseases that's related to brain when it's not working well.
Yeah, that's a tragedy, because all people are gonna die. We are all gonna die. Some people might contract some kind of an incurable disease, some kind of cannot define their disease process. But most of the diseases, elderly disease, chronic disease, can be modified by just changing your lifestyle. Well, everybody knows that it's kind of easier said than done. Don't drink too much. Don't smoke. Don't exert yourself too much. Don't get sleep deprived. Sleep well. It's kind of eat healthy food. That's the fundamental key.
So, there are so many things that we can do to improve our brain, but also to destroy our brain at the same time. And as you said, it's easier said than done. 네, 그렇게 뇌를 조금 더 도와주는, 좀 더 똑똑해질 수 있는 방법 하나, 그리고 만약에 뇌를 해칠 수 있는 방법 하나, 딱 한 가지씩만 고르신다면, what would be your tip? What would be the best way to help yourself to improve your brain function?
Just
maybe?
enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yes, there's a saying that it's 공자가 말했는데요. 잘하는 자는 즐기는 자를 따르지 못한다.
Yeah.
말이 있습니다. 예. So when you get a kick out of it, when you really enjoy it, for instance, when you're having some belly aches, my son, I have a 5-year-old son. He sometimes has a kind of a grumpy, and then he says that I don't want to go to kindergarten. My belly aches, but whenever I show him kind of YouTube, he's fine. So that it's kind of true. Not only my son, but also lots of patients in pain. When they were shown kind of to some really funny story TV series, their pain kind of alleviates a little bit.
So if you have fun in what you do, that will definitely increase your brain power.
That's right.
Well, if you cannot like what you do, maybe it's better to find something that you like and focus on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Then what would be the one thing that definitely destroys your brain?
Being grumpy and being and negativity, and kind of like being a naysayer, because life is so short. We cannot see all the good things in this world before die. Because so our time, famous quote from Steve Jobs: "Our time is limited."
Yes.
So we have to try to make the best out of our opportunity and try to use good vibe. For instance, a long time ago, Morning Special, some new expats hosted the show temporarily. He's from Africa, South Africa, and then his pronunciation was a little bit kind of a black American accent. There were lots of complaints on the bulletin board.
Yes.
But as English speaking, kind of not an expert, but a neurological point of view and an English point of view, when you really want to learn English, you have to embrace lots of different pronunciations.
Yes, different variations of that
That's
language.
That's right. So that's how you can develop your language skill, and especially English skill. And also, it can be applied not only to English, but also it can be applied to your life as well.
Yes. So it's interesting. The thing that actually helps your brain is your attitude of liking it.
Mhm.
And also the other way of destroying your brain is also your attitude, being grumpy and complaining about it. So maybe that's why it's really important to have a very optimistic point of view and try to focus on things that you definitely like.
Yeah.
네, 자 저희는 류상효 의사 선생님과 함께 영혼의 만들기에 대한 이야기도 하고 있고요. 사실 지금 뇌 기능의 전반에 대한 이야기를 함께 나누고 있습니다. 저희 인터뷰를 들으시면서 중간에 사연이나 의견, 에피소드, 나만의 영어 공부 팁 이런 것들을 보내주시면요. 저희가 추첨을 통해 바른북스에서 제공하는 류상효 박사님의 책 신경과 의사의 영혼의 만들기를 5분께 보내드리도록 하겠습니다. 자, 노래 한 곡 듣고 계속해서 이야기 나눌게요. This is from the movie About Time. The title of the song is How Long Will I Love You? 네, 영어를 잘할 수 있는 방법을 뇌과학 측면에서 접근을 하고 있는 시간을 갖고 있습니다. So now let's talk a little bit about learning English. So you
Okay.
said that you started in the year when you were 32.
Okay.
Well, did you have a special motivation?
Yes, because I graduated medical school and I got the medical license, and then I was located to the rural town as a military service because it's kind of mandatory thing in Korea. And then it was the first and once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to my kind of develop my habits. Some of my professor seniors or my friends told me that why don't you just play golf, and then why don't you read books and things like that. Enjoy your life, because it's a once a lifetime vacation, because after you're done with this kind of military service, you have to live with patients all the time. You're going to be tied up, and then so I want to make the best out of this opportunity. So, and then one day I read I happened to watch Friends TV series, and then it was so funny, but I wanted to watch it without any subtitles. I couldn't follow the subtitles, and so I downloaded it, and then I printed out and then saw the script, and then I read it. But those words they were on the TV series, just a middle school kind of vocabulary. Those were really easy, but I couldn't get the meaning of them. I couldn't follow them, so I was really frustrated and angry actually, because I got the medical license. I went to med school, so all those I thought all those years that I spent on studying English, like since middle school, all those were in vain at that time. So it's kind of start to again brush up on my English. So I started listening EBS radio first of all, easy English, because I thought it's easy, but it's not easy actually. And then what I did was that I listened to the EBS Bumbang, and then I recorded it on my recorder. Only the dialogue section, not the explaining section. And then I try to memorize the dialogue section all day long. It's about 4 or 5 sentences, so you can memorize it if you focus on it. And then memorizing day by day. On the weekend, you can memorize all the week dialogues.
I see.
You have to review it. Repetition is the best way to best key of kind of neuronal networking. So, and since after that, at the same time I listened to Power English, but it was a little bit hard to understand. But I've been subscribing the Power English book since 2004. Now still I am listening to this show every time, every day. And Morning Special is a little bit different because Morning Special deals with some kind of a not colloquial language, but some kind of a 시사나 아니면 or current
Yeah.
topic.
Mm-hmm.
So those topics are usually used in colloquial language and not as
Yes.
much. So it's a new kind of genre for me. So first of all, I listen to the opening dialogue
Mhm.
that takes about 2 or 3 minutes. So I was trying to understand those 2 kind of minutes dialogue, but I couldn't get it. So I scanned through the bulletin board and somebody posted up on the message that the dialogue, the 2 co-hosts are chatting. So those vocabularies or sentences were really, really simple. So I thought, why don't I give it a try? So I tried to do dictation.
Yeah.
But at first it took about 2 or 3 hours just to dictating 2 minutes conversation. So, but keep listening for 1 or 2 years. It got shortened and shortened.
So you're saying that you kept on listening to the dialogues, thanks to the
Yeah.
the EBS channel, but you kept listening to the dialogues and you tried dictation,
Mhm.
which means that you were trying to figure out what they were trying to say
Mhm.
and trying to understand that. So,
Mhm.
and first it took quite a long time, but later on the time was shortened and shortened, which means that you could understand it better.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
For instance, there's a long I and short I sound. Some co-hosts said that green, it put me a grin on my face. So
Grin and
yes,
green.
green, yeah. So why green? Green is a 녹색. Why did he say green 녹색? And then I kept listening. And I realized that, oh, it's green, not green.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me some. It's like like regaining my eyesight after a long
Yes.
period of the darkness.
It's an awakening moment,
Yes,
we call
that's
that.
right.
Yes. And also in your book, you said that sometimes your mistakes are your best friends when, it comes to acquiring a language. Well, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, a lot of Koreans are afraid of making mistakes.
Mm-hmm. They're afraid of losing face.
Losing face. But you know what? If you want to keep your face, people are not liking you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lose your face, but if you make fun of yourself, many people are respecting you.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people know this truth.
Yeah.
And also, the reason why mistake is really important, when you made a mistake, that memory lingers in your brain lasting longer.
Oh, okay.
So,
Is it because of the humiliation?
yeah, maybe because of the humiliation, but from my experience, if you made a mistake, lots of foreigners, lots of friends, they kind of like you
Mm-hmm.
because nobody's perfect. So one study have shown that the more you're likely to mistake in front of your friends, or in front of your kind of acquaintance or new visitors, new kind of person,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to have some kind of favor of you.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with you on that. Well, looking at the time, I think that we're almost out of time, but before you go, I think you would definitely have to give our listeners a good tip from your point of view. 자, 영어 공부를 그렇다면, 아까 you talked about repetition, you talked about memorizing and things like that. 만약에 이렇게 하는 것이 개인적으로 영어 공부에 가장 큰 도움이 되었다. 라는 팁을 한 가지만 알려주신다면, maybe one or two, what would you say?
Two, I would say, first of all, make it a habit, and then enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have some kind of skeptical point of learning English because thanks to the internet technology, we're not going to be using our second language as a studying subject. But I think when you learn a second language, when you listen to a song, kind of a pop song, you can get the meaning as it is, and then when you watch movies, you can get the real meaning of that the scene of the movie, and then it can not only broaden your English skill, but also it can broaden your horizon towards this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's my summary.
Yeah. So make it a habit
Mhm.
and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's really important. Well, thank you very much for all of those tips today. And well, it was a great time for us to learn more about the brain and also giving us hope that, maybe this is not too late.
Not too late. Never better late than never.
Okay. Thank you very much. And hopefully, and we hope that your book continues on to do well. And hopefully, we'll have you back on our show someday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.